Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's YP Gang, YP Nation, YP Boxing, YBP MMA. Today I'm gonna be talking about UFC Denver. I'm literally in bed, trying to sleep, but I was like, I might as well film a little breakdown for the card, or not a breakdown, but I guess like an overview. Going over what happened on the card. I thought it's pretty decent card, nothing to write home about, but it has some good moments. We start from the first fight of the card. Evan Elder, Darius Flowers, pretty much a mismatch. Felt like, Darius Flowers, like after the first round, just seemed like wasn't on the level of Evan Elder. Evan Elder was, faster in there, had more cardio, just more ready for the fight. You got to remember Darius Flowers was coming in on short notice, and and also Darius Flowers is just not that good of a fighter. In general, 12-7, just not that good of a fighter in there. So and you couple that onto him just not having good cardio altogether. He gassed out super quick. It's a low blow. He got some time to recover, but it was over. You know what I'm saying? So Evan Elder showed that he's way better on the feet and on the ground. So it's a solid win. Especially for someone who's a big favorite. You want to go out there and make a statement, and that's what he did there. So and he had a cool little post fight moment talking about the Trump shooting today. So that will hopefully get his name up a little bit. The next fight, we have Andre Petroski going up against Josh Fremd. Sorry, not Joshua. Yeah, man, just another fight. Not honestly a pretty boring fight, but it made me like question, like I don't even understand why it was a pick'em fight initially. I was very confident about Petroski, what he was gonna do in there. I just look at the facts. Like Fremd got taken down by Jamie Pickett, of all people. So like, how do you expect him to? Petroski in his last fight, even though he did get knocked out by Malkoun, pretty much, took down the guy who's supposed to be the better wrestler than him. Out-grappled Jacob Malkoun, and that was very shocking. So you just knew going into this matchup he was going to be better on the ground, and Fremd didn't have any answer. There was a little bit worry going into the third round because we were like, Petroski has a history of gassing out. We saw in the GM3 that the third round it looked pretty competitive, but Fremd doesn't hold a candle to the grappling that GM3 has. GM3 is a veteran. Fremd just he didn't have any takedown defense or any answer, any way to get up. He was fighting to get up, but he just didn't know how to. So, and then Petroski just levels better than him. So, yeah, tough loss for Fremd. He'll definitely learn a lot from that. And for Petroski, I'd love to see him in there with, I don't know. I would have loved to see instead of the Brendish fight, I would have loved to see that have been Bo Nickel. But, yeah, just keep him in with these, like, lower level middleweights. Yeah, like, he could fight Tresean Gore. I want to see Tresean Gore back in there. Dumas, whatever he's doing. Just this lower level middleweights. No crazy step up, but yeah, man. Just all the best grapplers. Give it to him. Next, we got Luana Santos going up against Maria Agapova. Statement performance by Luana Santos. She went out there, got the submission in round 1. Yeah, just not too much to talk about for the next 2 fights because they were quick finishes, but yeah. Just good. I think Agapova might be her time to go. I think she's like, how many losses? Yeah, she's on 3-fight losing streak, so it might be time to pack her up. And for Luana Santos, she had the win, she had the dance at the end, so she's someone to look out for in the women's flyweight division, and someone that we also be paying attention to for future fights. Then the next one, we have Montel Jackson going up against Damon Blackshear in the bantamweight division. This is a fight that was talked about by a lot of people. And a lot of people had it 50-50. A lot of people thought that Damon Blackshear... Actually, a lot of people were picking Damon Blackshear to pull off the upset. A lot of money was on him. A lot of late action was coming on him. And it was a y'all must have forgot moment. I was heavy on Montel Jackson. I thought Montel Jackson would get the win. I thought knockout, but I didn't think he was going to do it that early, Obviously, if Blackshear was going to win, he'd have to wrestle. And he just didn't have any time to really get the wrestling done. It was a one-hitter quitter, 17-second knockout. Definitely something you want, something like that for your guy like Montel Jackson, that highlight real finish, and that's something that you could replay with him, going on. And for Montel Jackson, this is a huge win. I feel like he's been in some tough fights. Like, actually, let me not even say that. I feel like this is the big step up for him. I feel like after this one, they should give him like a top. Not a top 15, but he should be ranked after this performance. Cause I feel like Damon Blackshear's they're both in around the 20 range, so I feel like this should elevate them. I don't know who's at that 15 spot, but yeah, either give him that 15 guy or just bump that guy out. Cause I think with that performance running through a guy like Damon Blackshear, which was supposed to be a 50-50 fight, just proves that he's on that level. So yeah, give him a top 15 guy. But yeah, overall crazy performance, crazy power, and yeah. Next one we have Jasmine Justice Davies going up against Fatima Klein in the women's flyweight division. If I could think back to this fight, like Jasmine had her moments, Fatima had her moments, but Jasmine just seemed to be the better grappler all around. Fatima would take down Jasmine, but then Jasmine would find a way to get on top, and she just controlled like most of the fight. For the most part, she would get her own takedowns. And yeah, I mean, it was definitely a narrative change. I think going into the fight, people thought Fatima was a superior grappler. She could go out there and get the takedowns and dominate Jasmine on top. But Jasmine showed that she had the prowess. She was not just going to, get taken down and controlled easily. She was able to flip positions, a couple reverses in those spots. She was pretty good on the feet. But I will say I was really impressed by Fatima Klein's skills on the feet. But I think the pressure kind of got to her. I think that she was surprised by Jasmine's grappling that was better, or, equal to hers. And yeah, it's a learning experience. She's 6-0. I think she trains with Aaron Blanchfield, or they're like dating. I don't know what their relationship is, but yeah, they train together. So she's getting good looks every single day. She has a bright future. But yeah, for the day, Jasmine Jasudavicius is victorious, and excited to see what she has to do in the future. Charles Johnson going up against Joshua Van in the flyweight division, of course. This was a shocking fight. I thought Van was doing really good in rounds 1 and 2. He's a prospect that I think a lot of people are high on. A lot of people are excited for. I think he's from Myanmar, I think. But yeah, I mean, he's a young kid, good striking, good all around game. He can defend the takedowns. He can knock you around the feet, and he's just been just storming onto the scene, man, being active. I think he had a fight canceled with Tagiro Lembekov. I don't think that would have been. Because if you lose to Charles Johnson, I don't know how that Tagir fight would have went. But I thought, Van would beat Tagir Lembeka. He probably would have, man. You never know. But because he honestly, for the first 2 rounds, I thought he won the first 2 rounds. I thought he did, really good work. I thought the first round was close, but I thought he did really good work. Reading Charles Johnson's punches, rolling with them. He does a really good job of, even if he gets hit, he's not getting hit too clean, and he's landing really good shots. Getting to him. And the second round, he started to pick it up. And it's that pressure, too. I think Jasmine Jasudavicius has that, too. Joshua Van just puts the pressure on. He always keeps you on the back foot. He's always the one coming forward. And I think that Charles was struggling with that a little bit. And you saw that sense of urgency for him to come out in that third round with so much urgency, with so much, there was some panic, because I feel like he probably thought he was down 2-0. And, yeah, I mean, Van got caught, man. I mean, that's the thing with being a striking specialist is, there's always that chance that you can get caught. And, yeah, I mean, it's not – I don't want to say it's not the fault of his own, because it kind of is, though. I feel like Van, he could be a little better defensively. I feel like he does get hit a lot, but he gets saved by, rolling with the punches and just having a good chin. But you definitely see, he does get touched up in these fights for sure. And, yeah, it kind of caught up to him. He got caught there. Charles Johnson gets that knockout, and, ultimately it makes for a great comeback, great moment, in a fight that he was probably down in. I'm not sure what the judges had it, but, yeah, it's a comeback. It's a comeback in my opinion. However you guys had it, he was not in an advantageous position going to that round, So, great win for Charles Johnson, learning experience for Joshua Van. And, yeah, he's young, so, you already know he's going to bounce back, so it's fine. Yeah, so you can't feel too bad. Abdul Razak Al Hassan versus Cody Brundage. I don't want to talk about this too much because I'm kind of tired of Cody Brundage, man. I don't know, man. This whole fight just kind of, I feel for him, no one asked to be, hit in the back of the head, so. My initial opinion was, yeah, I don't know. I have a history of, shinning on fighters, who get fouled. I don't know. I don't like it, bro. But, then I have to remember, what would I do in the same situation? I don't know what I would have done, man. I actually don't know. But, yeah, I need to be more considerate of the fighters. Obviously, Cody Brundage had a similar situation happen to him in the Jacob Malkoun fight. Got hit in the back of the head. Ultimately, it pisses me off because it's just Abdul Razak Al Hassan was about to knock him out, I'm kind of mad at both of them. I should be more mad at Abdul, but it's just Brundage, again, in these same situations where, he's clearly getting dominated, he's clearly getting finished, and then, somehow he gets elbowed, and then the fight's a no contest, or the fight's a disqualification. So it sucks, Cause cause I thought Abdul was on the way to getting the easy first round knockout, and he kind of just ruined it for himself. So, and then Cody Brundage being on you can't really get mad at him. My biggest takeaway though was that like, I feel like the reason he couldn't continue wasn't because of the illegal strikes to the back of the head. It was because of the shots before. Like, he got rocked bad. That's how I saw it. But the strikes to the back of the head didn't help either. You can't really get mad at Brundage. It sucks that it happened to him twice. Yeah, and then Razak, man, I mean, you just can't be doing that. You have to finish like right there. It's hard though because he's moving and stuff. Like, I don't know. That fight kind of just made me mad. I hate calls like that where it's like, I just want to see fights, man. All this technical stuff, like I just want to see the people fight. When people get to like cheating and stuff, like neck grabbing, no, not neck, cage grabbing, and kicking people down low, and you got people elbowing the back of the head. You got people biting people. It just ruins the sport. Like just fight fair, bro. It's already hard enough to just fight. To get into the ring, all the injuries going on. Then you gotta do all this stuff. I don't know. I spent more time on that topic than I wanted to. Yeah, shout out to Abdul. Hopefully, maybe they can run it back. Hopefully Cody Brundage is okay. Yeah, but yeah, I hate that whole situation. Julian Erosa, C-Rod. Yeah, it looks like C-Rod kind of got fraud checked in this fight. Featherweight division. It seems like when C-Rod's not missing weight, or I guess what other instance, or he's not fighting a 19-year-old. Like he's, he's not but he missed weight in the Simon fight and the Raul Rosas Jr. fight. So yeah, if he's not missing weight, he's not winning these fights. It seems like because I felt like the Julian Rosa fight. Julian Rosa's a guy he gets knocked out by almost every guy. It's like some of the worst punch resistance that we've seen. What was I gonna say? Yeah, he just has some of the like worst punch resistance that we've seen in the UFC. So for C-Rod, it should have been like an easy win. I felt like he has the better grappling, all that type of stuff. But nah, he just went out. I don't even know what he just did, bro. Like, he somehow just sold that. And I know he's not going to be, happy with that performance. Yeah, that was embarrassing by C-Rod, man. C-Rod's supposed to be that next guy up, bro. He just beat Dolgarian. He beat Dolgarian, Simon, and Raul Rosas, three up-and-coming contenders. So he was that next guy up. I believe he's 11-1, I think. Clean record. Is he 11-1? I'm 11-2 now, but very clean record. And for him to lose to a guy like Julian Erosa, like, come on, that's not so good, man. That's terrible. So yeah, disappointing performance by Christian Rodriguez. He needs to lock in. When it comes to Giro Bonfim and Ons Lusa, I was watching the Ennis Avanesian fight. Breakdown coming soon for that. So yeah, I didn't really I couldn't really watch the fight, but it seems like Bonfim dominated 30-27. So yeah, shout out to Bonfim. Couldn't get the finish though. Next fight we got Gene Silva, Drew Dober. Very good fight. Fight of the night for sure. Gene Silva he continues to just impress the people. I feel like Gene Silva, like, he's given, like, to me, like, Topuria vibes a little bit. How Topuria was going up to lightweight sometimes, coming down to featherweight, and just being both type of guys. But in this case, it wasn't a Jai Herbert, it was a Drew Dober. And that's a tough opponent, I think, in 2024 still. This guy's a durable... for the longest time, he was the guy with the craziest chin, and I think today he showed it. He's a very durable guy. Even though I forgot who he got knocked out by. It was like, oh, his chin's gone. Was it Frivola? Moicano. It was Frivola. Frivola cracked his chin. Yeah. Kind of cooked him. But, yeah. That was the one. Gene Silva it seemed like he was just faster, I think also, too, there's, like, divisional skill gap, honestly. I feel like featherweight striking better than lightweight striking. I think some of those featherweights can move up and beat the lightweight strikers. And Gene Silva, he just proved it here, I think. But honestly, I don't really think Drew Dober's that good of a striker at all. But I think Gene Silva was just way better of a striker. Way faster. It kind of all the size and like the power, all that type of stuff, kind of got negated by the skills of Gene Silva. So it didn't really matter that he was moving up. Because, yeah, Drew Dober looked like a welterweight, Gene Silva looked like a featherweight in there. But, yeah, man, he was able to use his skill and get the job done. It was a nasty cut that we saw for sure, and it wasn't a clean knockout, but there was some crazy moments like the second. So the first round, I don't know if he rocked him or knocked him down, but then the second round, he was losing that round, and then he just battles back with the spinning, it's spinning elbows, the spinning kicks, and steals that round, rocks him bad. And then the third round, it was just more of the same, just complete domination from Gene Silva. I think by that time, like, Dober was out of it. I mean, he knows how to fight one way and one way only. So when he meets someone who actually has skill and is not just like going out there and banging, it's just like don't really know what to do. He kind of crumbles. So yeah, I think if it was Dover, if it was like a real fight, like he would have kept going. But it's a fighter safety. They gotta stop the fight if it's like a bad cut. So it is what it is, man. I thought it was a great decision. Kind of like the Macy Chase and then the Marable and the Silva fight, man. If you have a nasty cut like that, I just stop the fight. So yeah. Muslim Salikov versus Santiago Ponzinibbio. I don't really have too much words for this fight. Like, just a terrible fight. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know why it was the co-main event. Just sucky fight. I thought Salikov did enough to win. That's all I really got to say. I mean, split decision win. No one really gained any star from this fight. I think both of them should retire, man. I don't know. They're both pretty old. I mean, they could both get some paychecks, but I mean, Ponzinibbio does a pretty good job on the commentary, so he should just keep doing that. Salikov, man, he could retire, man. Like, the guy's like, how old is he? He's like, shoot, he's like 39, 40. Yeah, he's good, bro. He should retire like tomorrow. I don't know. He just got knocked out by Randy Brown. Yeah, he should just fight out his contract and just retire, man. Both those guys, man. Just not a fight. I mean, they booed that fight, bro. Like, I don't know. Did they? Nah, they booed a couple fights on the card, but man, I was just like, I mean, they were throwing punches and they were booing. Like, I don't even know. Like, they were fighting in slow motion. I don't know what that was. And Ponzinibbio wasn't helping either, bro. Like, yeah, that was just, I don't know what that was. This is a very nothing fight. I feel like the only guy doing something was Salikov, really, in that fight. So I take back what I said, man. Salikov, he might have something in there. He's a good striker. He's a kung fu kid for a reason. He's not a bad guy. But yeah, Santiago, bro, he should hang it up, bro. I don't know what that guy was doing in there, man, to be honest. Yeah, main event, we got Rose Namajunas going up against Tracy Cortez. Very good showing by Rose Namajunas. I feel like going into the fight, I feel like she was levels ahead of Tracy Cortez. So I'm a bit disappointed that she didn't like get the finish. I feel like she was levels ahead of Tracy Cortez. Tracy Cortez was coming in for a 3-round fight, became a 5-round fight, going up against a former champion, someone who's fought the best fighters that flyweight, strawweight has had to scene. She fought Manon Fiorot, Zhang Wei Li, all these people. Tracy Cortez is untested, so I feel like Rose, it was pretty much a masterclass. She knocked her down in the first round, nearly got the finish there, and just pretty much dominated her in the grappling and the striking. But I would have loved to see her get that cherry on top and finish someone like Tracy Cortez. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I feel like Tracy Cortez is going to learn a lot from this. I feel like Rose, I like to see her, I mean, if not the title shot, maybe you can give her like, I don't even know. Like, it could be Blanchfield, it could be Barber, someone like that, But yeah, I mean, honestly, if Shevchenko doesn't want to fight at the Sphere, you could just throw Rose in there, do Rose versus Grasso. I'll be fine with that. Even though it should be Fiorot, that's supposed to be a huge card at the Sphere if they need someone. Like, if for some reason Merab and O'Malley can't do it, or like Ely and Max can't do it, then you could throw Rose and Grasso in there, because she's a huge name. But yeah, overall, I was okay with this performance. Honestly, for like future reference, like, I gotta, for any fight, because I think I genuinely fell asleep when it came to Namajunas and Ribas, like, because I went to bed, like, I wanted to finish watching the fight in bed, and I wake up and like the fight was over. I don't remember none of the rounds. I think I fell asleep like at the end of the second round. I don't even know. So this time I took note. I stood up, like I was walking around trying to keep myself awake. But yeah, the fight was kind of lackluster. It picked up in that 5th round though. I like Tracy Cortez putting on the pace on Rose Namajunas. But yeah, nothing compared to Shakur Stevenson though. That's a whole different type of ball game. That one will put you to sleep like the first second. The bell ring, then you fall asleep right then and there. But nah, this one wasn't too bad. I mean, Rose, she showed new wrinkles of her game, man. She was showing that she has that sub ability. She has that, You know, the takedowns, she can control fighters. You know, and Cortez going into the match was supposed to be the better grappler, so she's showing that she can grapple with the best of them. And yeah, man, I mean, like I said, the only thing missing with this performance was a knockout or a submission. But you know, overall, it was a good performance. You know, nothing. It doesn't really change my stance on Rose too much. Like I still feel like Macy could beat her, but I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll review it and maybe change my mind. But yeah, Rose, she's still a good fighter. I'll say this is a better performance than the He-Boss performance in my opinion. But you know, you also got to take into account the level of opponent though. So yeah, man. I think Cortez stalked Rose in this performance. I thought Rose stalked Rose in this performance, and yeah, man. That's UFC Denver for you. I say the MVP of UFC Denver was Montel Jackson. Crazy performance. Well, Montel Jackson and Gene Silva. Yeah, but Montel, man, what he had done to that's crazy, man. That's nasty. I mean, both of them had those are pick'em fights, and they pretty much made it look easy in those fights, you know. Especially Montel Jackson. The biggest loser of the card, I would say, is like, let's really see. I think Santiago Ponzinibbio lost a lot of stock. I would say Flowers is gone off the roster, bro. That guy's cooked. Fremd is off the roster. Agapov was off the roster for sure. Let's see, who's the biggest loser? I say Brundage and like Razak Al Hassan, because at least those guys kind of have the guys I mentioned prior, like they have a direction of where they're gonna go with their career. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of know, okay, this is where I'm going. But like, there's just so much uncertainty because Abdul Razak Al Hassan, he had the interviews, he had so much rage in his heart about the DDP, talk about true Africans. He didn't really get to go out there and release his anger. And for Cody Brundage, another fight where it's a no contest, another inconclusive fight, another fight that doesn't really move him up or down. Even in a DQ, how can you celebrate winning a DQ? Like, it's not like Aljamain Sterling where like you win a belt off that, like then you can defend it. Like, nah, it's just a no contest, bro. Like nothing doesn't really move you anywhere, like at all. And even if you win by DQ, like you can't really like if it's an unranked fight, like you're not really gaining nothing from that. A DQ win, like we saw how the fight was about to go. It doesn't really move you up or down. I don't even know if they give win bonuses for DQ wins. I'm not really sure about that, but yeah, I feel like Cody and Abdul, even though they didn't really lose, like they literally didn't lose. No one won or lost. Like it sucks for them. I feel like they're really huge losers in this whole thing. Especially, actually, Christian Rodriguez is a huge loser this on this fight card because he was supposed to be that next guy up. I mean, look at the guys he's beat. It don't even make sense for him to be losing to a guy like Julian Erosa. It doesn't even make sense at all on paper. But I mean, here he goes, bro, losing the. Yeah, that don't even make no sense. I still can't believe that. That's a joke. But yeah, man. I mean, here's what it is. Good fight card. UFC Denver. Nothing to remember for sure. I mean, not the most memorable card for sure, but good stuff all around. Good knockout by Montel Jackson. I think it's gonna be the highlight of the card, and then obviously Gene Silva and Drew Dober. Yeah, that's about it, man. That's about it. I don't really got nothing else to say. Leave a like on the video, subscribe. Peace out, most guy. You know what it is.